And will notify you once you begin your broadcast in listen-only mode.
Hello, good morning, everybody. This is Chris Jenkin, and let's get started. First of all, I want to thank everybody for joining us in today's webinar. It's going to be a little bit different than what we have normally gone through. I want to kind of cover digital marketing and some basics of digital marketing, touch briefly on some of the solutions that we have, show you guys some case examples, and then we're going to show you one of our brand new smart apps and demonstrate how that works. Um, Look, you're not going to get everything in this short webinar. There's no way that you can get all the knowledge about all our products and exactly how each one of them work. That would be like a 3-day seminar. But I assure you, we are working very hard to get together all the different types of training, different documentation, and things that you need to sell our products. Now, we're real excited about what we've got coming up, some of the developments that we have. So, a couple of these slides you guys may have seen before, but the bottom line is um, this content doesn't have to be ever changing. You need to get it down, understand what's happening in the marketplace, and be able to project that to your customers. Now, the smartphone, it is an absolute game changer. This thing has revolutionized the way people live their lives. Never before in history have people been able to connect to each other and connect to the sheer mass of information that's in the world like they can today. I mean, about 6 short years ago, things were radically different. The birth of the iPhone was in 2007. Things have changed radically since then. Now, your clients are already mobile or they're going mobile. We've got over 123 million smartphones in the United States. N-commerce is reaching $6 billion dollars, or reached $6 billion dollars by the end of 2011. The marketplace has never been better for mobile engagement by businesses. I mean, this is where it's all at. People use their smartphones for everything imagined. With over 300,000 apps, and these are native apps populating app stores, and over 10.9 billion downloads of these apps, people can manage all aspects of their lives. They no longer just make phone calls or send text messages. They're doing so much more, like taking pictures and shooting videos, listening to music, interacting with social media, checking emails, surfing the web, and making purchases. I mean, Apple's iPhone 4S has an 8 megapixel camera on it. It shoots high def. They've got retina displays. These devices are absolutely amazing, which makes it easier for you guys to connect campaigns and connect promotions for your clients on these devices. Big brands are rapidly moving into the mobile space, and right now is the time for these brands to claim market share. A great example of this is Procter and Gamble. They are the world's largest television commercial company. They are the ones who coined those daytime TV shows, soap operas, because of all the soap commercials that they showed during them. Just recently, these guys moved $500 million into mobile marketing. It's absolutely unprecedented. The feature phone has fallen by the wayside with companies like Nokia, which is the largest cell phone manufacturer in the world. Nokia no longer ships feature phones in the US market. They're now shipping smartphones powered by Windows Mobile 7. Sony Ericsson also no longer manufactures feature phones. It's basically goodbye feature phone and hello smartphone. So you've got four platforms that the smartphone is really running on. You've got Apple, Android, BlackBerry, and Windows. So let's get down to some basics here. Now, I know you guys are pros. I know you guys get this, but what is a company's primary objective? Obviously, sales, right? That's why you guys are in business. That's why Gotchi's in business. That's why your clients are in business. It's all about sales. It's all about the money, as Kevin on Shark Tank likes to say. Well, marketing drives sales. You've got to be able to get your message out to an audience or to prospects or to existing customers in order to have those guys respond, and it drives sales. So we all get that marketing drives sales. Well, content is king. And by content, I mean content about a company, and there's all kinds of content. There's video, there's brochures, advertisements, there's your websites, social media, pretty much anything that talks about your business. As distributors, you guys have companies, you have your businesses. Think about your content for a moment. Your business cards, your websites, all that is your general content. And then there's specific content, like specific promotions, or like Gotcha. If you guys are going to resell Gotcha or digital solutions, then that's specific content as it relates to digital campaigns. Well, what we do is we take content, both general and specific, and we make that content visible. Okay, we make it visible on multiple devices. So whereas when we first launched Gotcha, it was all about mobile marketing and the conversation was all about mobile, and it still pretty much is about mobile devices. Well, now it's about digital and digital marketing. You don't want to leave websites out, but then websites are viewed on desktop computers. Laptops are portable, tablets are portable, cell phones are portable. So the key here is to take a company's content and make it visible on multiple devices. Now, once it's visible on multiple devices, the key is to drive traffic. This isn't rocket science. I mean, when a company builds a website, the first thing they think about is how are we going to get people to go to our website? It's that simple. Now, with digital, there are a lot of really, really cool and brand new engagement tools, and Gotcha has them all. We are not including, we're not leaving anything out. Okay, we don't disclude anything. If it's hot, if it's going to be effective, if it's measurable, Gotcha is involved in it. Now, we have 5 ways to develop content. 5 ways. Web development, which also includes custom mobile site builds, but sometimes some of this is going to be a little separate. Web development includes software development, online web development, things like that. Then we have our custom mobile sites. Then we have our smart apps. Our smart apps are proprietary programs or web apps or software apps that Gotcha has in the dashboard that are ready to be sold now. They can be set up in minutes and your clients can instantly run campaigns. So we're going to show you some of those, or well, one of those actually, but we're going to discuss our smart apps a little more. Then we have Smart Site. We have a Smart Site builder, which allows you and your clients to be able to instantly build a mobile website. Now, the Smart Site builder is really geared towards microsites. It's not, you can use it to build your full company website, but we really don't recommend that because company websites contain a lot of content, a lot of data. You have to put a lot of thought into the development and the design of that website, custom navigation, special functionality, and generally mobile website builders are going to be restricted with the amount of functionality that they can provide. Now, there are some solutions out there that claim that they can do anything and everything as far as building a mobile website. I disagree because for the layman, really those kinds of features need to be customized and tweaked by a developer, somebody that's really in the code and is actually making these functions and these features work for your clients. Now, Gotcha is building our Smart Site 2. We are about halfway through the build. It is definitely revolutionary. I mean, guys, imagine a state-of-the-art HTML5, which is the latest language, the latest mobile language, a builder where you can go in or your clients can go in and build a mobile website with drag and drop features that has all the power or most of the power of a custom mobile build. Now, there's going to be, some situations where custom is going to make a lot of sense, but Smart Site 2 is going to be unprecedented in the world. And I say that in all honesty, in the world, there's nothing like it. Not only can you build a mobile website, you'll be able to build a PC website. You'll be able to build a Facebook app. You'll be able to build an email template. It's going to be one of the most diversified and powerful tools that Gotcha has built today. And then the last thing are smartphone apps. Everybody knows about smartphone apps. I just said previously 300,000 apps in the world, right? And so we all get it. Everybody wants a native smartphone app. Gotcha can build them. We can implement them, but it's not always the best choice. Sometimes it's better to just have a website that functions like a smartphone app, because updates and driving people to that content is a heck of a lot easier. There's only one way to get somebody to a smartphone app, and that is the App Store. Now, there's lots of ways to get people to the App Store, which is basically online. It's an online URL that then triggers if you're on iPhone, it'll trigger your App Store icon. So understand, content is king. We have 5 ways to get content online. Then we have 8 ways to drive traffic to it. Now, one of these 8 ways really doesn't depend on Gotcha. It depends on you guys. And that's the bottom left, promotional items. That's your job. But we're going to include it in our marketing because we don't want to leave that aspect out. When you guys are engaged and talking to your clients, we want them realizing that the products and services that you guys are experts at selling absolutely work with digital technology. So we've got 8 solutions. We've got mobile banner ads. Guys, mobile banner ads is sweeping the world by storm. The United States is by far the largest server of online banner advertising. This is a big deal. It's in its infancy, but it's something that you guys now instantly have the ability to deliver to your clients. Fantastic stuff. You can get hundreds of thousands, if not millions of impressions for a very, very low cost and drive mobile interaction. We have QR codes. That's no secret. We cut our teeth on QR codes. We all, by this point, we should understand what a QR code is. You download a reader app to your phone, scan a code, and it opens up your browser on your phone and takes you to a website. QR codes are great for driving traffic. They are free. That's why they're great. Put a QR code on a promo item, bada bing, bada boom, you've got instant connectivity to the online world. SMS messaging, by far the workhorse in mobile marketing. Why? Everybody texts. Everybody texts. 5 billion texts are sent out every day in the United States. You know, we're throwing around some very, very big numbers here. And you know, I remember when I was a kid and I used to count to 100, and I was like, I can count to 100. Can I count to 1,000? And I knew I could count to 1,000 or 10,000, but the big question was, how high can I count? And I knew I could probably count to 1,000,000, but it would take me a really, really, really long time. In today's marketplace, we're dealing with hundreds of millions, billions. These are the figures. This is the activity that digital, the amounts of activity that digital is creating with individuals and people. It's absolutely phenomenal. Now, social media marketing, people don't get social media. Maybe they're starting to get it. I didn't get it when I first heard about it. I mean, we get it. We know what social media is, but how do you leverage social media to drive interaction with a business using the various social media channels? I mean, Facebook and Twitter, YouTube, Pinterest. Well, guess what? Gotcha knows how to do this. We know how to take a digital campaign, incorporate it into Facebook or social media, and drive interaction, drive sharing, get new likes, whatever the goal is for that particular campaign. We can help you guys, help your clients accomplish that. Of course, promotional items, SMS call to action can be printed on a promo item. QR codes can be printed on a promo item. There's a lot of things. NFC tags can be incorporated into promotional items. So that's why we love promo items. Email isn't going away. It's a staple. Email notifications. We all communicate via email. Mobile email is already here. It's very natural to receive and send email on your cell phone. Augmented reality, somewhat of a new technology, but I think companies are still struggling to figure out exactly how augmented reality can be used to drive interaction and sales. But at the end of the day, Gotcha has some pretty cool solutions, and we're going to be developing some augmented reality out of the box solutions that you guys will be able to sell direct to your clients. And then NFC tags. This technology is here, guys. Everything we're talking about is here now, ready. We can launch a campaign using any of these tools. NFC is near field communication. And what that is, it's old military technology where you would have a card and there was a chip embedded in your card, and that chip contained all your data. Well, those chips have now evolved into something very sophisticated, very thin, and readers of these chips are now being shipped automatically on cell phones. Pretty much every brand new BlackBerry is shipped with an NFC reader. A number of Android phones are shipped with NFC readers. And I'm going to speculate that the very next iPhone release is going to have an NFC reader on it. The beauty of having an NFC reader is you can walk by a poster and tap an area of that poster. Just put your phone near it and automatically be taken to a URL. Very similar to a QR code, but you can also push data and content to a phone as well, like contact information, things like that. You can embed NFC tags on promo items, so now suddenly that promotional item is a lot more unique, it's a little more special. So this technology, what this technology does, all 8 of these things will drive traffic to online content. So the two go hand in hand. You really can't necessarily have one without the other. And then the final crux of everything that you're doing now with digital is measurability, or ROI. And this is a glimpse of the brand new up and coming Gotcha digital campaign manager, that when you log into the back end, you're going to be seen, and your clients will be seeing, an analytical overview of everything they have going on digital through you. So they're going to love this tool. They're going to want this tool. At a bird's eye view, you're going to be able to see the various campaigns that you have going on, how many total impressions, how many total actions, or how many, if let's say they're banner ads, how many impressions, how many banner ads were shown, how many people clicked them, how many people filled out the online form or made a purchase. This is what any campaign is all about, if you think about it. You can see are all your campaigns up versus yesterday, versus the week, the month, the quarter, what your geo activity is, and then you'll be able to drum down to individual campaigns, and you'll be able to set up and launch new campaigns. This is absolutely going to be a revolutionary system, and you will be able to provide an absolute complete solution to your clients. So we are very, very excited about the developments that we have working. Now, just so you can get a bird's eye view of what this, or how this system is going to work, it's real simple. Analytics in the middle, digital campaigns all in the outer perimeter, plugged into that analytics dashboard. And the new Gotcha dashboard is going to allow you and your customers to manage all digital content through this dashboard. It's that simple. It is absolutely what your customers want, because right now they've got to split their time and split themselves, even with Gotcha's current solution, through multiple channels in order to be able to manage your various campaigns. Understand that they'll be able to. Here's a couple of keywords for you. KPI. I don't know if anybody knows what a KPI is. We call that key performance indicators. And it's real key. Any major enterprise is interested in what are the key performance indicators, and they want to acquire business intelligence on their prospects and their competitors. And the digital campaigns that Gotcha provides, or that we really stand behind, are the ones that not only give you measurability, but also gather information or data. So I really think that we've unlocked the secrets to digital marketing, and we are now working feverishly to build the solutions that will enable you guys to just knock one out of the park after the other. At this point, I don't know if anybody has any questions. You can type them in chat. I'm about to talk a little bit about how campaigns work, and then I want to show you guys some examples of campaigns. You also have the ability to raise your hand or click, not physically raise your hand. Obviously, I can't see you, but you can go and raise your hand in your window, and then we can take questions that way. Let me see what I've got going on here. Augmented reality, Steve. Augmented reality, and you need to Google it and Google it on YouTube. Look, guys, you guys are now digital marketers. There are two things that do. One thing that digital marketers do, anytime you've got a question that pops up in your head, go to Google, go to YouTube. Those two sources will give you so much information, more than you could probably handle. Augmented reality is best to take a look at and see it work in action. So I'm going to put it in chat, but I'd like for you guys to go to YouTube and do a search in YouTube for augmented reality BMW campaign, and you'll see kind of how that works. Now, there's two kinds of augmented reality. There's one where I'm standing in front of my computer, I've activated my camera, and I hold up a code in front of my camera, and on my screen, something magically appears. So, for example, Transformers did something really cool where you sit in front of your camera on your computer, you see you on the screen, and then you hold this code up to your face, and magically a Transformer mask appears to encase your entire head. It's a very, very cool campaign. But you got to do a little investigation in that. And that stuff's kind of branding. You're not really capturing, you can capture data through those means, but in my opinion, they're more gimmicky than anything. I love the reverse augmented reality where I download a reader on my phone, I see a code or a trigger of some sort, and by hitting that code, up will pop some augmented reality interaction on my phone. I like that. I'm a big fan with that. NFC tag, I think, Mike, I've already explained what an NFC tag is, near field communications. Talk to us about it after the webinar. You guys are going to have a ton of questions, and a lot of them are unfortunately going to have to be answered afterwards. When do we expect the campaign manager to be available? Guys, we are working on it. It is a big build. We've been on it for about 60 days. We probably have another, I would say, 30 to 60 days before you start to see some of their releases, some of the back-end releases. But the front-end releases, we're getting within weeks on the front-end releases. SmartSight 2, we're halfway through it. I figure within 45 days we may have that go live as well. All right, guys, I'm going to move on. All right, campaigns. You got to understand that there's an anatomy of campaigns, and I believe that there are three parts to a campaign. I don't care if it's promotional products, television, doesn't matter what your media is. The bottom line is you need impressions. If nobody sees your advertisement, nobody has an opportunity to take advantage of it. I could be giving away a $100,000 car, but if nobody knows that I'm giving it away, if I have zero impressions, I'm going to have zero activity, right? So it's all about impressions. Whether you're selling promotional items, you got to think, what is the call to action and how are you going to get impressions? And you know what? As marketers, you really have to work with your clients a lot of times and get them understanding that sometimes impressions are caused by them. They have to do something to gain impressions. We've got a very successful campaign with a restaurant chain through our distributor. They got 22 locations, and all of their wait staff are engaged in getting people to scan a code, send an SMS, or they hand them an iPod Touch to fill out information on a survey and join their fan club. So the impressions are not only available on top of all the tables and a lot of the marketing that they do, but impressions are also driven by their wait staff or by the personnel that are involved in the company. So they get this stuff involved in the culture of the company. And I think that that's extremely powerful, and it's important for you guys to be aware of and make sure that your clients are aware of it. Next is action. So you see a QR code, You've got the impression, but big deal. Did you scan it? Yes or no? If you scanned it, there was an action taking place. If you see a banner ad and you click it, action. If I see a keyword and I text it, action. So impressions is one thing, action is the other, and then gain. Gain, or in the industry we call it acquisition. So I've I've scanned the QR code, I've sent the SMS, I've clicked the banner ad, but did I fill out the form? Did I make the purchase? Did I take an action? Did the client gain anything from the action that I took? 1, 2, 3. That's how any campaign, in my opinion, works. And I think you guys need to think about that. And in every instance, and the reason why I went through the 3 points of a campaign is that is how we are building our analytics and our measurement tools. Those are the 3 key performance indicators that a customer, or that you, or that anybody who's in the marketing game, they want to know. They want to know how many impressions, how many hundreds of thousands of people am I going to get this out to? If I'm selling you an advertisement in a magazine, the first question out of your mouth is going to be, what is your circulation? How many impressions can I expect if I run an ad in your magazine? And then impressions, how many people are going to take action if you can measure that, and then how many people actually filled out a form, or how many of those turned into acquisitions or gain. Look, Dr. Pepper, here's a really good case history of a solution that Dr. Pepper was looking for. They launched their IMA campaign, and it was an online campaign that tied into Facebook and social media. Very, very successful, very expensive campaign. I think they spent like $30 million running that campaign, and they were looking for a solution to provide to their internal salespeople who market to grocery stores, right? Retailers. And so they wanted to give away a free t-shirt to retailers in exchange for premium advertising space. So we built a mobile solution. We had cards that had unique QR codes on them. Salespeople would go out, go to a store, and then tell the general manager, look, if you give me a display, I will go ahead and give you 20 free t-shirts. Here are these cards. And then that general manager would hand them out. Wicked cool program. It worked very, very well. In Cryptics, they wanted to drive people they wanted to give out t-shirts, get people to scan them, drive them to a mobile site, which had documentation where they would go ahead and capture information and data in return for providing that documentation via email. Horiba is a great example of a CMS solution, or a content management solution. I kind of want to, let me show you what this looks like. I'm going to go to my web browser, and I want to show you how a CMS solution works, okay? Here you see it on a mobile device, and that's what this was built for, strictly mobile. We could easily build this out for different devices. You're about to take a look at this on a PC, and you'll see that it still works, but this is a mobile solution, okay? And what the client wanted to do was they wanted to show all their products, and they wanted to have QR codes and different types of traffic drivers to drive people to particular products and allow them to click request PDF document, fill out some basic information, and then that document would instantly be emailed to their email address. But they wanted us all contained in a framework. So we built that. And here, I'm going to exit the slideshow for a second, and then I'm going to go to my browser. So this is the Horiba site as you see it on a computer. Obviously, it's stretched out a little bit, but it still works. Well, there's a back end to this, and a lot of you guys are going to be like, hey, this is like the Smart Site Builder. Yes and no. This is an enterprise solution that's scalable and it's all customized. But as you can see, I just logged into an admin back end. I could take a look at the content structure of that website, Horiba Scientific Products, Contact Us. I can manage everything that's on this website. All the products, if I click the expansion here, I'm able to see all the products that are going to be listed underneath these expansions. and I'm able to adjust and modify this content. That's called a CMS, or a content management solution. Very, very powerful tool to have, and it's something that Gotcha builds on. Easy Publish is one of our tools. We also build on Drupal, we build on Joomla, we build on WordPress. All these things are content management solutions. And we are now entering into that digital age where people want to manage their own stuff. Not 100% of the time, but a lot of the time. So that's the Horiba build. We do some really cool custom websites that function very similar to how a smartphone app would function. Drop downs, pop-ups, lookups, Google Map integration. Very, very cool stuff. Audio, where you click a number, dial the hotel, things like that, sort buttons. We can build some very, very sophisticated websites. Absolute Vodka. We do custom QR codes. Everybody on the line should be aware of it. We do some fantastic custom QR codes. We do them at a very, very low cost. We turn them very quickly. A lot of people think, oh, I can customize my own QR. That's no problem. We don't have any issues with that. As a matter of fact, you can give us your custom design and we'll upload it to our system, our management system, and we don't care. Bottom line is, make sure that they work. If you're going to design a custom QR code, you want to make sure that they work. This is one we did for Absolute Vodka, and it ties into a huge campaign that allows people to register, and they're able to vote on bartenders and their favorite drinks and things like that. Now, we just launched Tag to Spin, and this is something that we're actually almost completed for GE, General Electric. Has to do with the health program that they have. We modified the spin wheel so that it presents tips and facts and things like that. I don't know if any of you guys are familiar with Tag to Spin, but I'm going to be talking about that here shortly. What I do want to touch on, remember I said we have 8 ways to drive, or 5 ways to present content. Our smart apps, we have a bunch of smart apps that are instant, ready to go, that you guys can sell to your clients, and within 10, 15 minutes, they can have that live on a mobile device, and all of them come with a free QR code, analytics, the whole 9 yards. They are campaigns in a box, and you can sell them right now. They're fantastic, and 4 of them are free. We give 4 of them at no charge. So all of you should be signing your clients up with access to the dashboard. It'll be branded with your information on it, but you should give them access to it for a couple of reasons. One, only one client can be set up at one time. So that means if another distributor tries to set a client up, you're going to receive a notification that somebody's setting your client up. That gives you some notification. We can't offer account protection, unfortunately, just based on the Sherman Act, antitrust laws, but we can do things that'll notify you if there's somebody else that's hitting on your customer. So you do want to give your clients free access to the dashboard. Then also you want to start learning about our smart apps because they're easy to set up. Let's talk about Tag to Spin. When you log into the back end of the dashboard, the Gotcha dashboard, you're able to click on an icon, okay? And then by clicking on that icon, you go to a setup screen. You fill out the parameters of your contest, and then when you hit create, you're taken to a download screen or a management screen that allows you to download a free QR code that's tied into that particular campaign, Tag to Spin. It's real simple here. And you guys, if you guys have reader apps, if you have reader apps, scan that QR code. It's right there. It'll take you to a landing page. You fill in, your clients can determine what content they want to capture. If they have a terms and conditions, they can determine the colors, the background colors of their screens. They can upload a background, upload their logo. There's so much you can do with the setup of this program. Then when someone hits enter, they go to the prize wheel and they can automatically spin the prize wheel. Then they see what they won and they're taken to a success page, which tells them what they won, gives them a unique redemption number, and allows them to download that or have it emailed to their email address. So your customers can set up a custom email. They can attach a prize PDF so that depending on the prize that they win, the user is going to receive that that PDF in their email. And then your clients get analytics and they can download the data. This is a beautiful program, and we are selling these things like crazy. I cannot tell you the big brands that are starting to incorporate our tag to spin. We do have self promos on all our products too, by the way. So if anybody is ever interested in that, you can contact us. Otherwise, scan that code or text. You can text tag to spin. Here, I'll put it in chat. Tag to spin to the number 80464. And you can get the same thing. You'll get a link texted back to you, and you click on the link and it'll take you to the game. We have over 5 games, 5 smart apps that are games. Tag to Spin's one of them, and it is by far the hottest thing that we have. All right, moving on. Guys, connect with us. I don't know how involved you guys are in Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Pinterest, LinkedIn, but you should be connecting to us. Let me go to, this is our Facebook page, okay? We've got a lot of activity on our Facebook page. We post a lot of comments. We have a lot of information on there. Let me give you our, I'm going to put this in chat. If you want, you can click on it right now and go ahead and like us and get involved in what we're posting up. We're going to keep you up to date. And if you go way down in our history, this is like you'll get more case studies, more case history on products and items than you really care to read. We've got a lot of information on our Facebook page, and I highly recommend that you get on there and like us so that you can get plugged in. We also announce when we have new apps released. We're also going to be building Facebook apps for each one of our products, and you'll have the opportunity to interact with that and be able to sell that stuff to your clients. We also have a YouTube channel. We got a video on there. Go to our YouTube channel. I'll put that in chat as well. Become a subscriber, because right now we are working on video descriptions of each and every one of our products. Okay, we've got probably over 30 of them, all kinds of different products, but we are now building animated instructional videos that you guys can use to market the products that we have. So go to that link and subscribe to us. I mean, we've got a lot of activity going on. You guys need to get plugged in. Our Twitter, we've got a lot going on Twitter, and we try to keep pretty consistent tweets. Now look, I'm not one that really follows and plugs into a lot of tweets. We got a ton of followers, no doubt. But I think the big crux is going to be on Facebook and definitely on YouTube. And then also on LinkedIn, we have a group called SAS. And you guys should go ahead and join that group. It's called the Strategic Alliance of Suppliers. And we work out deals with different suppliers, and we get them involved, and we get specials going that you guys can offer to your clients. SAS is a really good way to be plugged in. I'm telling you, if you guys want to sell this stuff, you got to get plugged in, and a lot of it just has to do with you reaching out. Pinterest is our latest venture, and we don't have a lot of stuff on there, but we will be filling it up. But Pinterest, we got a lot of examples of custom QR codes on here. And so you're able to download or take a look at a lot of the different examples that we have on here. So I encourage you guys to get involved with Gotcha through our social media channels. Now I'm going to let you get a little sneak peek on the new website that we're working on. This is it right here. It's still real rough. We got a number of different things that we're doing to it. But this will be white labeled and branded with your information on it. Okay, when you plug in your custom URL, bingo, it's going to show up. Very, very cool site. It's going to have a lot of different brand icons on there, which will give you credibility. We've done a lot of work for a lot of big companies, so we're going to have that up there. Also, you'll be able to create custom QR or create a QR code, a regular QR code, And we are going to have a widget where you can actually add this to your own websites so that you guys can have a QR code generator on your websites as well. You'll be able to download content, watch video. This is all front facing for your clients, and then you'll be able to log in and see the back end. But I did want to kind of share a little bit about where we're going and what we're up to, for sure. So definitely connect with us through social media. Look, it's not about my ego. It's not about having a bunch of likes. It's more important for us to be able to communicate with those who are interacting with our products. And then just to recap, this is what it's all about, guys. Building interactive content online and then driving interaction with that content, and then being able to provide analytical reports on everything. All right, I've got a question here, and at this point we're in the questions portion of the webinar. And we have just 7 more minutes, and so I'll answer questions. Let's see, we've got Robert. Can I briefly answer this situation? You're a restaurant owner. How do you use our system to drive people to your restaurant? Customers come from a 5-mile radius around your location. What does this cost? How many hits should he expect? Number of hits should turn into customers. Well, guys, that's kind of the beauty of our business. On one hand, I mean, it depends. Is it a crappy restaurant? Is it a name brand restaurant? Is it something that does it make business sense? And if the answer is yes to all of that, there's a number of ways that somebody can drive interaction to their restaurant. Number one, you got to have online content that's visible on a device that people want to interact with. So I would say maybe a smart site or maybe a custom website. So you want to have that set up. Next, you want to be able to drive traffic to those sites, and you want to have a compelling reason why people are going to them. Maybe if it's a restaurant, I want to look at the menu. Maybe I want to place an order and then drive over there for pickup. If you haven't checked out Domino's Pizza System, it's phenomenal. It's probably one of the best, coolest things you've ever seen, and it also interacts on mobile. But you're able to work pizza, you're able to order pizzas and do different things and interact with their system that way. So you can drive people through QR codes. Larry talked about, I think it's CC's Pizza. They printed one of our QR code products, obviously through a distributor, on the inside of the box. And if you scan the code, you got a coupon. Well, they filled out their email address, so they added their email address to an email campaign. So you got email, you got QR, they could easily do SMS, and they could do a banner advertising with the target in a 5-mile radius around that restaurant. There's a lot of things that we can do for your customers. You guys should be coming up with 2 or 3 of your best customers that you have the best rapport with and bringing them to us, and we'll help you pitch and sell to those guys. Immediately show them Tag to Spin. Tag to Spin is an absolute immediate yes. Companies see it and they want it. The list is endless. We have sold so many Tag to Spins in the last couple of weeks with big brands. Best way to use stylized tag to site, NFC tags, NFC stickers to the back of a QR code. No, Franklin, we need to talk a little bit more about, Franklin's talking about customized QR codes and NFC tags, 2 separate animals, 2 different uses. The industries that you guys should target is pretty much everybody. That's like saying, what industry should I target for websites? Everybody needs to have a website. If you're in business, you need to have a website. If you have online content, you should be thinking about mobile content. And if you're going to have mobile content, how are you going to get people to interact with your business or your services? And once you start thinking along those lines, pretty much every industry is a player. Trade shows are by far the biggest money makers in promotional items or promotional products industry. And by far, digital interaction is great. We're working on a campaign right now for a global company who is going to take our Tag to Spin. They're going to do a pre-show mailer with a questionnaire. People answer the questions. They can spin the prize wheel. They get They don't know exactly what they've won. They've won a platinum prize or a gold prize, and then they have to go to the booth to redeem it. And then for those who did not get the email or respond to it, at the show, they're going to have a 50-inch screen with a huge digital prize wheel on it. And as long as people line up, they're going to have iPads, and people can fill out the survey, and then they're allowed to spin the wheel, and they're going to be given their prizes right there on the spot. It's a very, very cool campaign. So there are a lot of creative ways to sell this. If you lead with Tag to Spin, and we have an overview of Tag to Spin, we have a demo QR tag that you can use and SMS. Walk in and show your clients that, and that ought to get them engaged and ought to get you a sale. Tag to LinkedIn, tag to Twiddle. You know what? We can hook a lot of that up, and there's ways to do that through Tag to Site. So Mike, just ask us about it later, and we'll show you how to do that. You have in a major corporation like Dr. Pepper, who do you talk to? Yeah, a lot of people want to know, and this is a really good question about ad agencies and who are your contacts. Number one, I want you guys leveraging people that you already know. By far, that's the easiest sell that you can have, are people that you have relationships with. Beyond that, get into marketing, get into there's a lot of divisions. Right now, we're in a scientific company. Our distributor's in a scientific company, but he's talking to a small division that handles trade shows. And this has grown into across all 5 of their global divisions, and everybody wants to build, have a mobile build that will allow for easy delivery of information and content via email. So it sounds real technical, but at the end of the day, lead with Tag to Spin. Show everybody and their mother Tag to Spin, and you're going to start getting in the door with them and having conversations with companies as it relates to digital marketing. Yeah, by the way, we will do online presentations and meetings with you and your clients. We do them all the time. In fact, I've got one in 10 minutes. It's a big deal for a mobile build, and we're involved with the distributor, toe-to-toe with the clients and the end users. So we don't mind doing that, and we're here to help you that way. Bill Harrington asked if you should start the conversation about getting their classic site mobile friendly. Absolutely. First thing that you could do is walk in and pull their website up on their mobile phone and let them know that statistics show that there's about a 65% bounce rate off of websites that are not mobile friendly. Never used to be that way, but hello, times are changing. And then show them Tag to Spin. They love it. And then you can start moving in for different it's about penetration, guys. If you're selling promotional items, you're going to bring me something that makes sense, and then you're going to try to get in and sell me everything else that I need. It's no different. You guys are by far the best salespeople that I know. Why? That's why we're selling through your channel. The links that I put in chat are so that you, as a distributor, can sign up with us on social media, not necessarily for your end users or your clients. However, Gotcha will not, under any circumstance, sell direct. We only sell through distributors, so you can feel comfortable with introducing us as your technology partner. As where we have I don't mind saying that we have an exclusive deal where we basically provide technical solutions for your company. We do have our Powered By logo, which is a lot less obvious than, say, the Gotcha logo. At any rate, guys, thank you very much for attending. That's it for now. You can email us your questions if you have any additional questions, or give us a call. And we're going to have more webinars. And this one was recorded, so just stay tuned. Thank you.